Ta-da! I didn't even catch the game yet. And another attempt to turn me into something else but the bumbling mass of... Mumbling! It's the mumbling mass! It doesn't bumble, it mumbles! Of my own insecurities, Anyway, it'll be happy against focus. At least for now, I don't know if it'll be a short series or quite a long. Although it's only BO3, so it'll likely be about 40 minutes long or something like that. I'm looking at my stream bitrate right now. I'm turning my phone on right now. I'm doing a lot of various crap that got absolutely nothing to do with with the actual game right now. So, yeah, have fun on Twitch. No, I don't want to have fun. I want to be miserable. Can I hear myself? To have fun, I want to be miserable. Can I hear myself? Yes, absolutely. My voice is fine. My voice is never fine, but at least micro is not broken. So it will be focus against Happy L Cup. The game was played at 23rd of 23rd, 23rd. No, yeah, 23rd of October. So like 3 days ago. And right now Happy just won over Moon. I will not even stream this game. It was quite obvious that Happy will win over Moon, especially since Night Elf situation is still quite dire against an Undead, although it's significantly better anyway with Ghoul nerf. It's not 50-50, but it's more or less acceptable. And I want to know about an Orc situation, because right now I've got absolutely no idea how Orc behaves after the patch on the top tier level. Yes, I don't like to stream top tier games, especially such good top tier games of such high quality when basically top 1, top 5 at least player in the world is playing against top 10 player in the world. So in general, it may not be representative of anything, but it may give me some field to make conclusions. So let's look at the game. Happy against Focus. Lolite is streaming, by the way. Lolite is such a good guy. He's streaming everything on his channel. He's casting as well, so there will be no sound just because otherwise it would be Lolite casting Korean. And I don't know Korean. And if you want to watch the game with sound, with his cast over this sound, you're very welcome to go to his channel. I left the link in description, at least on YouTube, I believe. I hope. Maybe I forgot everything. So, Shattered Exile, the map I know absolutely nothing about, because it's not played on European scene a lot. Happy is going for an expansion? Yeah, no, that would be suicidal. Just with the ghouls against the level 5 kobold, against likely level 3 kobolds who bash, and bash really adds a lot of damage to a unit. And both are creeping. Happy is creeping a relatively chunky spot, although it's green, but it's still quite a good one. And Focus decided to go for headhunters. It's not just wyverns, it's headhunters right now. Maybe he'll still go wyverns, but at least it'll happen after his tier 2 will be ready. And right now he just needs what? One skeleton, two skeletons. I believe two skeletons will be enough. 24 experience will be completely enough for him to get his level up. And Happy is 1.7, so Focus was creeping the bigger spot. Happy is trying to pull aggro, but no, and the second skeleton, yes. And now Focus got Chain Lightning, Focus was able to steal the large ogre, and that's not really a disaster, but it's still awful for Happy. Still awful start, but it's an undead. He will be able to push back, he will be able to recover, he will still have his timed attack. He is able to save every single goal, and of course, Focus with his Farseer as his first hero is at a certain disadvantage in later portions of this game. of this match, because of course without Blade Master you can't apply so much direct damage to undead heroes, and of course without Blade Master you're not good against destroyers, because everything that Farseer does not work against destroyers at all. Absolutely no. He steals Mantle of Intelligence. That's a good drop, small drop, but still an amazing drop. And they both are going for relatively quick tier 2s. I mean, it's a normal tier 2 for an undead without an expansion, and it's more or less normal tier 2 for an orc without an expansion, who went tier 2 after his first Berserker. And Focus buys, Happy buys an assassin. Focus gave him this assassin. But at the same time, there is an NPC assassin who will try to kill at least one ghoul, which will not happen, but it's something. It's damage. This ghoul will have to go get back and harvest some lumber. Focus lost a wolf here, but this assassin is in danger. Of course, you can't heal up this assassin with just your death coils, but you absolutely can do it with your unholy aura, and that should be enough. And right now, Happy is at a certain disadvantage. He's playing a bit greedily because he got what? 6 ghouls? Oh no, 8 ghouls. I mean, 2 are damaged. Why do you have only 4 with you? Why is there 4 ghouls harvesting lumber? Focus really wants... Yes, he gets this assassin. That's actually a quite big deal, because assassins are not cheap. Happy gets 2 wolves in return, but right now Focus can be a bit oppressive. Especially if he takes this level 5 creep, and there is absolutely no chance anyone will interfere. And right now, he will live. He will lose his regeneration, but he didn't have any. And Happy didn't went after him. He didn't go after him because he had no mana for the second coil. The plan was good. 2 coils would completely murder Farseer, but no, he had no mana for the second one. Oh, that's a chain lightning. I mean, chain lightning shield. It's a lightning shield. It doesn't chain to anything. They just roll around your creatures. And Happy doesn't have the best game in his life, mostly because he's been pressured and he doesn't know how to answer. I believe that Happy is not just as well as I am accustomed to playing a lot on Shattered Exile on top tier level. Maybe on Battle.net, yes, of course, but I mean on Warcraft 3 Champions, on whatever platform he prefers to play. I don't really know where he's playing right now. Maybe, but on top tier, nah, doubt it. Focus takes a very important creep spot on the map with a very important item. Yeah, it's Sobi Mask for a Shadow Hunter. It's so good. Shadow Hunter is in danger, of course. Lich got Lightning Shield on himself, which is completely fine because Lich, of course, will not deal any damage to ghouls this way. Yeah, but he killed a toad. He killed the frog. He has absolutely nothing, no chance in this game. Nobody who kills a frog deserves to win. But it was a passive lightning shield, so even technically it was a creep who killed the frog. Yeah, and creep already paid with his life. And right now Focus is creeping significantly quicker. Sobi Mask will help him a lot. Sobi Mask is a ton of mana on Shadow Hunter, and a ton of mana on Shadow Hunter means a lot of survival between fights. I mean, you will always be ready for a fight, you will always have as many healing waves as you want in a fight, and that's absolutely decent. He may also need a mana potion on Shadow Hunter. Mana potion stacks with Sobi Mask quite well, because the longer you've got mana, the longer your mana regeneration applies without shutting your hero down. I mean, yes, it's a bit counterintuitive, but really, the longer you can cast the spells, the longer your mana regeneration gets time to give you another spell. Let's say that. So the bigger your mana pool is, the more consumables you've got, the better your mana regeneration items become in a fight. Of course, they're still just as good out of the fight. This should be 2 dead ghouls. No, it's just one dead ghoul, 1 2 dead ghoul. Yeah. 1 dead ghoul, but it's still quite a lot, and that was completely wasted coil. No one Torrent Chieftain who is not getting pressured. I don't know why Happy did it. I've got absolutely zero idea, and he still doesn't have his destroyer. He has his destroyer form, but he didn't lift up any destroyer. Finally! That took him too long. I believe Happy is not playing on top of his skill. And again, he always had this... He always had this fear of an orc. He always was afraid of orcs. He always felt pressured by orcs. He lost to orcs even when he was significantly ahead. So right now, looking at how he's playing, maybe this fear is back since ghouls are not imba anymore. He can't feel himself so confident that he'll actually achieve victory. But he gets his own Sobi Mask, he gets Pendant of Energy on Death Knight, and that's amazing. That's the best items you could hope for. And of course, Cyclone is also amazing, both against Torrent Chieftain and against Shadowhunter. Meanwhile, Torrent Chieftain got Evasion, meanwhile, Torrent Chieftain got Armor Aura, and Focus wants him to be level 3, which is completely understandable. Yeah, Happy is trying to be aggressive, but the Orcs army will be fully healed with the TP. Oh no, Happy just decides to attack, destroy a shop. Of course, Voodoo Launch is quite important. It's not incredibly important, but it's something. Losing a Burrow will be not acceptable. And you should rebuild Voodoo Launches up. Yes, he is doing exactly that. Focus is playing quite well, to be honest. He doesn't make any mistakes whatsoever right now. He is not aggressive right now. He still needs some creeps. He believes that he's not as strong as his vis-a-vis. And of course, at 50 against 57, it's completely true. And Focus is well prepared to go 60, 70 himself. It should be 70. Happy got 2 destroyers without mana. Happy got 2 statues with mana. And he needs a ziggurat right now. He absolutely needs a ziggurat, otherwise he will be able to lift only 1 more destroyer. And having 2 statues with mana in a fight is unacceptable. You should have only 1 if you're playing as Happy does. I mean, on top tier, because having 4 destroyers with 3 destroyers, I mean, it will be 2 destroyers with mana out of 4, and having 3 destroyers with 2 destroyers with mana, it's a significant difference. Every single destroyer matters. Meanwhile, Focus is a little bit out of options. He's got his berserkers. He either needs to go for a torrents, and I don't mean actual torrents, but a few spirit walkers, which would help. Or he may go for bat riders. He may go for second bestiary. It also would help. A lot of ghouls are being stomped, but at the same time, a lot of berserkers are being killed. And ghouls, of course, are just cheaper. This raider should die, at least another raider should die, all the raiders should die, and Focus... I don't really know if he'll lose in this fight. Of course, Dark Ranger is incredibly powerful against Orc at this stage of the game. That's another reason to go for Spirit Walkers, because not only your Berserkers will live longer, you'll also be able to dispel at least few skeletons. At the same time, Happy was able to save every single destroyer he got. He doesn't have mana, yes, that matters. But his heroes are alive, his destroyers are alive. And of course, as an undead, he can play with just heroes, and he was able to kill almost all berserkers. Although he lost so many ghouls early on. But while orcish units were killing ghouls, he was killing berserkers, and berserkers matter a lot more than ghouls. Okay, in the end, the trade was more or less equal on food, but again, Happy lost ghouls. He is ahead economically. He's undoubtedly ahead economically. Did he lose Did he lose the destroyer? Yeah, quite likely. So he lost the destroyer and the statue, right? Yes. He lost exactly that. The destroyer and the statue. No, no, don't. I don't buy this crap. Focus didn't lose only 3 berserkers. Yeah, he lost a lot more, but it was earlier in the fight, as well as Happy lost a lot more than just 3, 4 ghouls, but it also was way earlier in the fight. And now Focus wants his expansion to be done. He may want a tower on this expansion because Happy puts significant emphasis on destroyers, and destroyers as well as ghouls suffer to towers quite significantly. Although they are heavy flyer, but they are still flyers. Wolves are scouting, wolves will be dispelled and die, and one dies to this kobold. And Happy wastes a lot of mana on his Happy wastes quite a lot of mana on his destroyers, so he should not be ready to fight. With 2 empty destroyers, one will be filled with mana again. He got 2 statues. He doesn't make the first statue. Yeah, he got at least 1 full destroyer. He will, of course, kill this Burrow because this Burrow was in the process of being made, so it's an easy kill. And Focus needs to stomp. He needed to stomp back then, but I mean, stomping now, I guess, is also more or less fine. And now Focus will die. The first Wyvern is out? Yes, the first Wyvern is out, but that's not enough. That shouldn't be enough. Because Dark Ranger is still quite busted against Berserkers. Against a lot of mass units, but he was able to at least kill 1 destroyer. He should be able to kill the second one. Lich is using Dark Ranger is level 4. For hell's sake, the woman is level 4. Okay, another Berserker goes down, but Orc basically got no limit. But Happy also doesn't have anything. So as much as Orc is... So for as long as Orc is producing units and Happy doesn't have an expansion, I doubt Happy is winning in this game. Because he needs either to kill this Farseer, which he will coil from a kilometer away. That was expected. That's how these matchups always end. And that just kills your Farseer, because Farseer is not a good hero when you're so late in the game. You need Blade Master. If you get Farseer, you can attain certain early domination, but at this stage of the game, what can you do? Against level 3 Coil, against level 2 Nova, against level 3 Nova already, Shadow Hunter also goes down to Hero Focus, and Focus wins on... I mean, Focus loses on Hero Focus alone. How many Invul Potions did he have? He had none, really, because that was quite a significant problem. Yes, he got an expansion, he still has an expansion, and of course, Death Knight is nowhere to be found. But just Happy's army alone, just Happy's heroes alone should be enough to kill all this army. Just every single unit. Thoran Chieftain is being revived and Farseer will die again. Yeah. Or is very strong, I think, because you can't run away from anything. and its effect, and Happy should win in this game. Eventually, maybe not right now, but I doubt that Focus will play for long. Because of course happy with Sobi Mask, happy with Pendant of Energy will just be able to obliterate the whole Orcish army while getting one or two coils just to save his heroes if he wants. Yeah, that's over. And that's for those who say that Orc can't play Berserkers again against an undead. No, he can't. Okay, this game is over. Let's look at the game number two. At least that becomes a bit more close. Hammerfall. That should be an easy win for Happy if he goes for a quick expo with his Death Knight, of course. Because on Hammerfall, even with Farseer, you'll have a lot of trouble canceling this expo. He's killing the creep, he's killing the ship, so he may creep this expansion, because or he may decide to go for the green spot that Lolite shows us on the map, because yes, these Hydras are evil, these Hydras are dangerous, and of course Farseer will be able to interfere with your creeping of this green spot, but if you don't want to go for an expansion, you may want to go for this large item and try to kill Hydra in time, and it'll cost you the game. If you... Oh no, Happy doesn't decide. Happy doesn't risk. Happy doesn't risk this way. He absolutely knows that the first thing that Farseer will check is exactly this green spot. And finding two damaged ghouls, two poisoned ghouls is a jackpot for an orc at this early stage. And of course, Happy was able to kill something with his Death Coil, and the second Death Coil will kill another ghoul. Another wolf. That will not be enough, of course, to make Happy level 2, but that will be something. Of course, the wolves are all there. Of course, wolves are always worth using a coil on them. They give quite a good chunk of experience. Why are you shaking for pink? I mean, there was not a lot of chances for... Focus is at 100 pink, yes. He got certain issues, but it's not a lot. Yeah, so he shouldn't really lose Berserkers to just skeletons and hero and death coils. That shouldn't be possible. Meanwhile, Happy grabbed another green spot, just with ghouls, and he is at a certain advantage right now. Of course, he is at a certain advantage. He is an undead. He is 2.3. I'm so toxic. I'm so toxic towards undead players, but it's very worth it. I mean, it's very not worth it. It's earned by them. Perfectly earned by them. And Farseer is trying to do certain damage to Happy's heroes again, to Happy's ghouls again, but it will just end up with maybe one dead ghoul and maybe one lost wolf. Farseer pulls creeps, so ghouls can be damaged a little bit more. One ghoul is getting entangled, that's good. That's a dead ghoul, that should be a dead ghoul, that should be a wasted coil, to be honest, but okay, Farseer was a bit too afraid. At least he was able to steal a book. Yeah, that was a book of agility, so it doesn't really matter all that much. And Aura is still so good on and on that this additional movement speed doesn't let anything get away. I mean, he was quite lucky with the items in the previous game, but at the same time, Focus was also quite lucky with the items. with items, whatever items he got. That's a large invul potion, that's something, that matters. He would certainly prefer a large healing potion, at least for now, but a large invul in a fight can do a lot more. Or it can do a lot less, of course, if you waste a significant chunk of its time. While large healing is just 500 HP, you can use it anytime, you can just recover your HP and it's with you for forever. So, Death Knight is level 3, 3.1, he got practically decent items. I mean, these two gloves of strength is not significant, but they are not significant by themselves, but together they make a belt of strength, and he got 2 rings of protection, so this Death Knight is almost invulnerable to berserkers. There will be absolutely no option to kill him just with Farseer, Shadowhunter, and berserkers. He should live through it with relative ease. This skeleton gets removed, and Happy is creeping in the middle, being, of course, he's being creepjacked because Focus knows where his opponent is. These 2 spots in the middle are very, very lucrative. These trolls are not very fat, so they can be crept relatively quickly. They deal quite a good chunk of damage, and they drop very good items. Very, very good items. I mean, yes, it's just consumables, but it's still so good, and it's Scroll of the Beast, okay. As if the world hates Focus not enough. And now he's trying to focus Death Knight, uses Scroll of the Beast, but it's just a waste, and he lost his game already. Losing 2 Berserkers is unacceptable. It's practically unacceptable. I mean, while they are not Berserkers yet, he is losing more units, and that's the 3rd Headhunter going down to Skeletons, and you can do a lot about it because this Headhunter was slowed by Nova. And of course, Shadowhunter got level 2, but he wouldn't have Healing Wave anyway because, of course, he doesn't have enough mana. So right now, Happy is winning. Happy is winning just due to how the game flows. Focus needs to do something useful to win against Happy, while Happy just needs to progress the game to progress normally. So he's at level 2. He gets another ring. He sold ring plus 5, which is quite a mistake. Yeah, he gets ring plus 3 on his hero. Yeah, that's awesome. That's 2 rings of plus 3. But you could have plus 8 armor on your Death Knight. And Focus with Berserkers will certainly attack Death Knight. There is no way he will ignore Death Knight in the fight. Close plus 9, not exactly what you want as an orc. I mean, plus 8. But Korean tips are not updated. And Happy gets an amulet of mana, of energy. Pendant. Yeah, pendant. Whatever it is. So Focus is researching war drums. Focus doesn't have spears upgrades yet, so no ranged upgrades for him. But he should start at least one soon, or start an armor soon. But the most damage that Happy deals is via spells and not via actual attacks. Okay, Torrent Chieftain got Ankh of Revival, and right now only Shadowhunter is vulnerable, but Shadowhunter shouldn't be in the middle of the fight. He may decide to buy a small invul potion, yes. No, it was Leech. It was Leech who bought a small invul. Focus wants more food, Focus wants more berserkers, and as an orc you can't play like that. Yes, he will get a tiny, he will place a tiny, I believe that's exactly why he is getting back to his base. No, it's just clarity, it's just a scroll of speed. Is he preparing for a timed push, for a 50-foot push, but it will not happen? Happy feels very comfortable. He will go for 60 foot, I believe. He will go for 2, 3 destroyers. Yeah, he's making 60 foot ziggurat because the more foot limit Undead has, for as long as it's not 80 against 80, but even at 80 against 80, you're completely fine as an Undead against an Orc. The better fight will be because your ghouls will be able to kill more units, and when your ghouls kill more units and trade relatively equally in food, you win because your ghouls are cheaper, your ghouls give less experience, and of course every single unit you kill turns into your skeleton. And of course, the better Dark Ranger is, and now she has skeletons level 2, the more powerful you are. And Focus is losing this game with relative confidence. Doesn't go anywhere, he's waiting. He wants Tiny, I believe he wants Tiny, and at the same time he's a little bit afraid, and he's making his first wyverns, which is a little bit late because right now with a level 2 coil, with level 2 Nova, Happy will be able to just kill these wyverns. 1 wyvern, 2 wyverns, maybe 3, and Focus will not have 4 at the moment Happy will attack. And Happy attacks. Yay! It happens! And Focus, of course, got no other option but to defend, and once Berserker goes down instantly, and a lot more will. And everything should die here on a Focus side. Just die. Yeah, like this Shadow Hunter did. Because there is not many options, and he bought Tiny. Buying Tiny was not a good idea, to be honest, my friend. Buying Tiny was a significant mistake. And he was killing his own Berserkers. Why? Why not? Doesn't really matter any longer at this moment. Torrent Chieftain goes down. Happy, of course, got everything. And everything dies to Happy. That's what happens when you're playing Farseer and Berserkers against an Undead. You have to do something very early in the game. Otherwise, you will be no longer in this game. Yes, Happy lost a lot, but these were ghouls. He doesn't give a shit about these ghouls. And the longer game goes, the better he becomes. Losing Lich, losing Dark Ranger is another option. It's completely different. You don't want to lose your heroes, but you can lose all your ghouls and you still don't care. Generally, you just don't care at this moment. So right now, Happy is 4.2 with his Death Knight. His Lich is level 3 and Focus types GG because you really can't play against that as a Farseer with Berserkers. Nope. Watching Focus against Moon is pointless, and the next one will be what? Moon against Focus. They are trading really equally. That's good. And it's Happy against 40. Okay, that's the only game that matters today, but I'll watch it tomorrow because I have to close the stream, sadly. I'll come back later, but right now, I'm a bit disappointed in what happened, really, to be honest. Because, for hell's sake, that's just impossible to play as an orc against an undead without wyverns. And wyverns also do not work any longer.